Hello everyone. Continuing again with chapter 2, we were discussing about the topic caste, in which we have read about the four folds, that is your Brahmin, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and the Shudras. This we have discussed in this under the head caste. Then in the next para, it is given that the caste system in India has undergone considerable changes over the year. Means it has been changed over the years. Endogamy and the rituals avoidance of the contacts with the members of so-called lower caste were considered the critical for maintaining the purity by the so-called upper caste. Means the avoidance means we can say that avoidance of the contact with the members of the lower caste means avoiding the contact with the lower caste people is considered to be the critically for maintaining the purity by the so-called upper caste means not to do not have the contact with the lower, they are maintaining the purity, that is called your upper caste. And changes brought in by the urbanization inevitably challenged this. Read well-known sociologist A.R. Desai's observations below. Other social consequences of the urbanizations in India are commented upon by sociologist, that is your A.R. Desai. So A.R. Desai said what? He has commented on the modern industries. Means A.R. Desai has commented on the modern industries that is brought into being modern cities, honeycombed with the cosmopolitans, hotels, restaurants, theaters, trams, buses, railways, and the modest hotel and the restaurants catered for the workers and the middle classes becomes crowded in the cities. That is with the persons belonging to all the caste and even the creeds. In trains and the buses, one occasionally rubbed shoulders with the members of the depressed class should not, however, be supposed that caste had vanished. So there is a kind of the inequality shown between the upper class and the lower class people. The modern cities, people of the modern cities, and that is of the low caste, it has been shown that the modern industries they have been brought into the modern cities, have brought into being modern cities, that is honeycombed in the cosmopolitan hotels, your restaurants, theaters, and the trams. And the modern hotels and the restaurants, these are from the all the people those who work in the hotels and the restaurant, these are from the middle class or the lower class, you can say that workers, all this belongs to the middle class groups. And they are crowded in the city with the person belonging to all the caste and the even creeds. Means the city is crowded with the different kinds of the people belonging to different groups. And the trains in the also in the trains and the buses, occasionally they are rubbed by the shoulders with the members of the depressed class should not. So all this is relating to the caste, people belonging to different groups, upper and the lower. And most of probably the persons those who are working in the hotels and the restaurants, they belong to the middle class. So while change that will take place, discrimination was not so easy to do away with as the first person's narrative suggests. And in the mill, there may be no open discrimination of the kind that exists in the villages. So, but experiences of the private interactions tells another story. But Palmer observed, he has observed about that they will not even drink water from our hands, and they sometimes use abusive languages. Means the meaning of this line is that they do not even want to drink the water which we give to them or which we offer them from our hands. And also they use the abusive means, that is not to be spoken, bad language, this they sometimes use for them. He has also said that dealing with them, they use the abusive language also. This is because why they use this language. This is because they feel and believe that they are superior. They use this language because they feel that they are much more than them, means they are superior from them. And it has been like that for the years, from so many years. This is to be happening with them. It has been like that for the years. No matters how well we dress, they are not prepared to accept certain things. Even they say that even if they dress well, then also they are to be treated. They are not to be treated equal. They are to treated badly. So even today, acute caste discrimination exists. Means there is also today there is also the existence of the acute caste, and at the same time, the working of the democracy has affected the caste system. Castes are interest groups which have gained the strength, and we have also discriminated the caste, asserted their democratic rights in the society. So this is all about the caste, which explanation of the caste, about the four folds of the caste, and also the inequalities which the upper and the lower class they faces. Means inequalities which the upper class groups they do to the lower class or the middle class people. Next we will do about the study of the class. This is about the caste. It is a very easy word. By the word, it has been clear. What do you understand by the word class itself? So there have been many attempts to explain the class. We mentioned here very briefly just the central idea of the Marx, Weber, and that of the functionalism. In the Marxist theory, social classes are defined by what relations they have to be means of the production. Questions could be asked as to whether groups are owners of the means of production such as lands or the factories, or whether they are the owners of nothing but their own labor. Weber used the term life chances, which refers to the rewards and the advantages afforded by the market. So inequality, Weber argued, might be based on the economic relations, but it could also be based on the prestige or on the political power. The functionalist theory of the social stratification begins from the general presuppositions or belief of the functionalisms that no society is classless or unstratified, and the main functional necessity explains the universal presence of social stratification that is also in the requirement that is to be faced by the society of placing and motivating the individuals in the social structure. And the social inequality or the stratification is thus an unconsciously evolved devices by which the societies they will ensure that the most important positions are deliberately filled by the most qualified persons. The question here arises that is it true? Is this true? In the traditional caste system, social hierarchy is fixed, rigid, and transmitted across generations in these societies. Means in a traditional caste system, there is the fixed social hierarchy, and it is also rigid. It cannot be changed. It is fixed, transmitted across generations in these societies. And the modern class system is, in contrast, is what? The modern caste system, in contrast, is just the open and the achievement based, and in democratic societies, there is nothing to legally stop a person from the most deprived class and caste from reaching the highest position. Means in the democratic society, there is no one who will legally stop a person from getting or from expanding or going to be reaching to the highest position. This is in the democratic societies. So till now we will do only this, so we will stop here. Next we will do further.